Our attention to a story now, to this story. Truecaller, the caller ID app, is under investigation by South Africa's information regulator following complaints from businesses and individuals about numbers being wrongly flagged as spam. Some companies say they were charged fees in order to remove their numbers, harming their business. Experts warn this may breach South Africa's data privacy laws. To help us unpack this and help us understand what's going on, Ahmore Burger-Smidt, the head of Regulatory at Werksmans Attorneys, joining us now. Ahmore, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. Let's just explain, let's start by explaining the exact gripe or the issue of concern here. Is it that consumers are just putting forward these names and these numbers and saying that they're all spam, and now the companies have to pay in order to get their names whitelisted, as it were?
Morning, everyone. Yes, indeed, that's the allegation. I think we can't dispute the fact that people hate spam calls.
Yeah.
And the information regulator is doing a lot to try and curb this, and for direct marketers and everyone else to be disciplined in terms of not spamming consumers. But then at the same time, a business has got a right to contact its client base. And the nub of the complaint is that our numbers are being listed as spam because someone that's downloaded the Truecaller app then reports this number as a spam number. And, this can be a bad data that a call center tried to reach out to. And now suddenly the whole call center is blocked from contacting and making legitimate business calls, reaching out to customers to contact them about new opportunities, or, for instance, warning them that an account is in arrears and they now can't reach their clients because they are blocked as spam, and those people that have downloaded the app won't take the call.
Now, I don't know if the winner of the recent Powerball, the lottery, actually was somebody who used Truecaller or not. But they apparently kept on saying that they had kept on getting these calls, but thought it was just all spam, and that is why they then didn't answer, and it took so long to actually get a hold of them for the money that they had recently won. Of course, it was in the millions there. Could the issue be that both ordinary South Africans as well as businesses are being affected here, but also that there needs to be more awareness of what this does? Because if I go and I say a company is spam, it's maybe spam to me, but not necessarily to someone else.
I think you've highlighted exactly the true issue that we're dealing with here. And that is then the responsibility on Truecaller to vet or to validate whether this is indeed a spam number. It's such a beautiful example you've just given the listeners and the viewers. The reality is, I'm suddenly very, very wealthy overnight, but I don't know it because no one can reach me. Now, the reality is the protection of personal information legislation affords data subjects, you, me, and companies, certain rights. And one of those rights is, amongst others, that a data subject must be able to tell Truecaller, but the number that you've highlighted as spam is incorrect, correct it. And the allegation here now from companies is, or the statement to the information regulator, is that we can't do that. We can't exercise this right of ours because there's no way for us to correct it. It's listed as spam, and in fact, in order to whitelist it, because there's a functionality whitelisting in the Truecaller app environment, to whitelist that, I'm required to enter into an agreement, pay a fee to get my number whitelisted. Now, that just doesn't sit well with the ear, and it seems problematic that you're not afforded the ability to exercise your rights and for then people to contact one another.
What should be happening here? And I know you said the onus then should actually be on Truecaller to ensure that they have the right way to ascertain what a company does or is. Should there be a way then for both to be able to say, I know who this caller is and now I don't want to? So should Truecaller be charging from the instant to say you can put your company on Truecaller, which then helps people understand who you are, but it will never be called spam or not spam.
That is a beautiful solution. And in fact, Truecaller says they're offering this, but at a fee. Now, why should you pay a fee if you've got a legitimate number, telephone number to reach your customer base on, and you've got a relationship with that customer? You've got a banking relationship, you've got an insurance relationship, just a normal retail relationship. Surely you should not be paying a third party to contact your customer.
Very interesting, actually. For Truecaller, I know that a certain call is, for it to know that a certain call is fine, it also needs to go into my phone book. Is that not an issue and a big concern then when it comes to the POPI Act? Because that would mean that Truecaller actually has access to all of my contacts.
Yeah, so I've written on this in 2001 already. And the system works, it's not, if you join from your mobile and not through the web, there's not an automatic upload of your phone book. But if you join through the web, there's an option where you can say, upload my phone book. Now, remember, Truecaller needs a massive database of numbers to determine whether something is spam or not. And they rely, it's a concept of crowdfunding. The crowd contributes to this bucket. So on the web application, if you join, you've got an option to say, yes, load my phone book. Now, one of the things a person might think is, yes, I load my phone book so Truecaller knows these are all legitimate numbers. I want all these people to be able to contact me. But that goes into the bigger bucket on the Truecaller side. So let's use me as an example.
Yeah.
I've never downloaded the Truecaller app, but I bet you my bottom dollar that my number is in the Truecaller database, because colleagues have downloaded Truecaller, friends have downloaded Truecaller, family members have downloaded Truecaller. And as a data regulatory lawyer, I think that's my duty, and my message should be that as well. Follow the law and be creative within the boundaries of the law. Law should never be this prohibitive environment where business can't function. Innovation is required, and innovation also points to progress and growth. So that is an important thing. But how within the boundaries of the legislation, and in this instance, the privacy legislation, do you communicate to data subjects? Your privacy notice, your privacy statement, allowing for data subjects to exercise their rights, allowing for businesses to say, you've incorrectly listed my number as spam, and please correct it without paying a hefty fee for this to be done.
Is it not a little bit too late? And I don't ask this because you can't change it, but is it too late now because you've got so many numbers already that are more than likely inputted into Truecaller's massive database at this stage? You've got so many people already on the app, and some businesses that are already paying that fee to ensure that their business is no longer called spam on the app.
No, it is a bit, after the fact that we're now looking at this and investigating it. I think it's vital that the information regulator ventilates this issue. Now, we need to be reminded that the information regulator, should they find that Truecaller is falling foul of the data privacy legislation, they will issue an enforcement notice. And that enforcement notice will tell Truecaller, okay, this is the current environment. Let's see how we wish as a regulator for it to be realigned to actually then comply with the legislation. And Truecaller has got the ability to engage with the regulator and engage on this historic process as well to fix the future. We can't go back magically and pretend that history doesn't exist. History, we must learn from history. That's the important thing, in a business as well. So how do we correct it for the future? And that's going to be a difficult thing. As you've highlighted, those people and companies that have joined up, that's paying a fee to have their numbers whitelisted and not listed as spam.
Yeah, well, we also are offering Truecaller the ability to, of course, reply here as well and share their thoughts on why this perhaps shouldn't be regulated as such, and how they feel their business actually runs at this time. Ahmore, thank you so much for the time. I mean, we're actually running a poll with regards to this as well then today, and we've been asking our audience, how has their experience been using Truecaller as it faces investigation in South Africa? Has it been great for blocking spam for them, or some have never tried it, or they don't trust it at all, as some have put forward? Do scan the QR code